Today we're going to do, focusing on this yin class, we're going to focus on the kidney meridian.
Good.
So the kidneys help to maintain our well-being. I mean, that in Chinese medicine, it's known as the palace of water and fire. So we'll do a little sequence. I'll do minimal talking because you know what you're doing. And we're just going to go through this sequence for the kidney meridian. Now, you'll need a bolster, a blanket. We are going to do a saddle pose in this sequence.
Okay.
Because saddle really charges up the kidney meridian.
It's a bolster.
So you'll need a couple of bolsters for that one.
Okay.
So let's begin. I'm going to actually sit on a little bit of height to begin. It just feels nice to sit up a little bit higher for a little bit of height for the beginning of the class. So sitting up, and just take a nice deep breath to arrive. Allow yourself to settle into your space. And as we do this, I would like to acknowledge the traditional owners, the ancestors, and the traditional owners of country throughout Australia. And just be aware of this continuing connection to the land and the lineages that came before us, and pay my respect to the Aboriginal elders and Torres Strait Islander communities. And really feel into the earth and the antiquity of our space, making the space sacred as we take a deep breath in for this practice. Inhaling and exhaling, and just coming to our practice with an open heart, with our good intentions to top ourselves up, to rejuvenate so that you can be of great service in the world. So let's take a mudra. Take the right hand in the left and the thumbs to touch, and let's just take a moment here, just closing your eyes and just taking a minute to yourself to center yourself into the earth, feeling the connection of the earth beneath you and feeling the earth spreading out beneath you, supporting your weight. Take some nice, long, slow inhales and exhales. In through your nose, all the way down to the seat, just grounding yourself. Good, and then take a deep inhale and just float your arms up overhead, just reaching up as you anchor down, stretching up, bring your palms to touch, lengthen through the waist, and then exhale down again. We'll just do a couple like that. Just inhale, reaching up, gazing up as you let the palms touch, exhale, coming down, inhale, and exhale. Beautiful. All right, the first pose we're going to come into is a butterfly pose. So we might actually begin with a supine butterfly, seeing that's, well, actually I'll give you the option. So you can either do a butterfly seated, folded like this, or you can choose to come into your supine butterfly, and you might like to do that with a prop. So the bolster up. So just taking a version of butterfly that you prefer. I'm going to do it lying down. Palms up. It's just such a nice thing to do at the end of the day, towards the end of the day. Actually, any time of the day, it's a nice pose to do. So just take a deep breath in and just let yourself go. Feel your shoulders drape over the bolster or over your legs if that's what you choose. Every breath, send it down to the kidney space, the adrenals, softening and relaxing that area. As well as relaxing into the groin and the hips. Good, well done. And slowly and gently take your time to bring your legs together manually. If you're lying down, you can come up and just take your hands behind you and just do a couple of windshield wipers with the legs. So just stretching one side and then the other side. Okay, and now we will come straight into our saddle pose. So saddle can be done in lots of different ways. You can keep a bolster long ways to support the back and lying back. We're creating space in the front of the spine, the digestive system, opening the lungs and the heart space. But if you want to make it a bit more intense on the kidneys, which is really the sequence here, then maybe place the bolster across the tops of your shoulders and the back of your neck. So just choosing your setup and then sitting on the heels and taking time to come into it. So onto your elbows first and then all the way back. My knees tend to ride up at the beginning, but then they do settle down. So feeling that nice stretch in the hip flexors, feeling the opening in the front body. Good. So see if you can think about how you might come out of the pose before you move, and remembering the transitions are just as important. So taking your time, moving slowly, supporting yourself as you come up out of the pose. And the counter pose for a saddle is a forearm plank, which we will hold for about 5 to 8 breaths. So when you're ready, you can come into your forearm plank, pushing into the forearms, pushing up through the shoulders, making sure that your hips are not higher than the shoulders, just taking a few breaths there. And eventually releasing from the forearm plank, we will transition into a Sphinx pose. Now I'm going to place a bolster under the lower ribs today. That's an option, or you can just come straight into your Sphinx, elbows under shoulders, palms flat on the ground. So continuing with the theme of supporting the kidney area with a little bit of compression in the kidneys. So taking some deep breaths, following the pathway of the breath in, down to the kidney space, and exhale back up again. So deep inhales and slow exhales. Relaxing the hips into the floor, relaxing the thighs, the knees, the feet, the soles of the feet. And make sure the shoulders are down away from the ears. See if you can soften the belly, allow space between the internal organs as you breathe in. If you can't feel it, just imagine it. Good, and slowly and gently, when you're ready, take your time and push back into a child's pose, just stretching out in your child's pose. Take about 1 minute here. Good, and lifting your palms, stretch out through your fingers, and then drop the palms back to the floor, drop your elbows, inhale, come forward into an up dog, and then push back. So it's like a little body roll. Just do that a couple of times. Push back, lift your palms up, stretch, drop the palms down and come through and up. Just finding that nice space in the body, finding the space in the vertebra. Inhaling up and then exhale back a couple of times. Good, well done. All right, pushing back and coming into, we're going to do a forward fold now. So stretching a half dragon pose. So right leg out first, half dragonfly pose, but it's like Janushirasana. So just a very gentle forward fold, remembering unlike Hatha, normally we reach forward and we try and keep the spine straight. In this instance, we just bring our chin to our chest and we just fold forward, letting go and releasing. So the legs can soften, the soles of the feet can relax, and just let your head go, let your chin relax, let your jaw relax.
Go, honey. Go.
Well done, and slowly take your time, push the floor away, come up. Let's bend the legs. Drop the knees to the left. Bring your right arm around and just gaze behind you, taking a little twist. And then to the other side, slowly and gently, knees to the right. Bring your arm around, open the chest. Good, and let's do the other side. So left leg out. We're getting this nice softening and releasing in the lower back muscles. And forward bends are calming for your mind, so letting go of any tension. You might not even realize that you're holding, so just any unnecessary tension there. You can be surprised as you slowly unravel. Chin to the chest. And just gently softening as you come forward. Well done. And slowly and gently take your time. Come up. Bring your legs together and let's take that same twist. So drop the knees to the left, bring your arm around, open the chest behind you. Take a deep breath. And then swap over. So legs to the right, left arm comes around, lift up through your heart space. And release. So good. All right. Sitting up now in Dandasana, we're going to take caterpillar, which is a forward fold, because we're working on the kidneys, so we've compressed them. We're stretching them out now. So let's just start in a Dandasana. Just feel again that earth. Take a deep breath and just feel the space around you. Maybe contemplating the age of the earth, the different layers down into the earth as you push through your palms. So I'm kind of at a right angle in Dandasana. Feet are hip distance. And then it's a slow forward fold here. So maybe using a bolster on the knees if that's good. Otherwise, just chin to the chest. And slowly releasing, relaxing the upper back and just letting go. Letting any energies from the mind be released into the earth to be transmuted. And just feel your breath like soft butter flowing down the back with every inhale. And every exhale, seeing how much further you can let go. Well done. And slowly and gently take your time to come up. Take a deep breath. And slowly make your way onto your back for some supine twists. So I'm placing a blanket there to lie on just because it's a bit cold on the floor here. Lying on your back and take your arms out 180 degrees. Bend your knees hip distance. And just drop your knees to your left, keeping your feet where they are and gazing to your right. If you want to make it stronger, you can take that left foot on the right knee. Really getting into the kidney area in the lower back. So just taking some breaths here, trying to soften the right shoulder into the floor. And slow, smooth breaths. Well done. And slowly and gently bring your legs back to center and take a nice centering breath here, feeling the line of your spine sinking down into the earth. And then we'll go the other way. So the knees drop to the right, gaze is to the left. Well done. And slowly unraveling your legs And taking your time. If you want to lie down, maybe grabbing a blanket. Or just lying down now in your Shavasana, palms out to the side. 45 degrees, and legs can just take up some space. And take a deep breath again, feeling into that beautiful connection with the earth energy. And just allow yourself some time just to integrate. And gently deepening your breath. Start to move your fingers and your toes. And when you're ready, stretch your arms overhead, rolling to your right, coming up. Rub the palms together, place them over your eyes. And then just give your kidney space a little rub, a bit of warmth. Take a deep inhale, float the arms above the head, gathering strength and energy for the rest of the day. Exhale, hands to the heart space. Sealing the practice with a primordial Om. Inhale. Om. And surrender to the grace of the universe. Namaste.